Welcome to Post 31 Baseball Action, another season of American Legion Baseball on Munger Vision, coming to you from St. Peter's Field. As the PA announcer Steve Shirtle said, the summer home of American Legion Baseball. You're looking at the starting pitcher tonight, Alex Miskovsky. He'll have behind the plate catching for him Nate Swan, and the rest of that Rutland Post 31 defense has Aaron Bloomer at first base, Matt Merritt at second, Jeff Perry is your shortstop, Jeff Bloomer at the start at third base, Mike McMahon's the left fielder, Rob Dorings in center, and Kyle Horvath will be the right fielder. The opponent tonight, Addison County, and a very talented team, a team that people think can win the whole state of Vermont. Sean Marcel due up, Chad Esty, and then Dean Butler. That's the first three due up here. And the first pitch of the 2009 American Legion baseball season being delivered for a ball. A sparse crowd, and I don't want to see that. I want people to get down here and support this Legion team. I want them to come out and fill these bleachers up. But I also want you to go home and watch it on Channel 15. And if you're too busy to catch it at a specific time, well, that's a gapper. That's in the gap, it's in the gap, and it's going to be past the diving Dorian. It'll go past McMahon, and that'll be a double to the gap for the leadoff batter, Sean Marcel. Now Chad Esty up. Like I say, if you're too busy to get a specific time to sit in front of the television, all you got to do is go to www.PEGTV.com, click Video on Demand, and you can watch any game you want, any time of day, any location, because we're on the web and we are everywhere in the universe. Yeah, you can see the runner. Well, you can see him now. Yeah, he stayed there at second base as Miskovsky. Miskovsky's got a very decent trying small ball him over, and that's going to get the job done. And oh, nobody covered the bag, and he'll be safe. So the runner not only will get to third, but they'll have a runner at first and third. So a little miscommunications there in getting around to cover the bag. And Dean Butler up the catcher now, and makings of a big inning here for Addison County. Oh, with the power in their lineup, but it's the pitching they have available on their staff. They have some dominant pitchers out there. But the power in the lineup, to see them small ball there, that's just good stuff to watch. So you see Miskovsky looking in, the sign being sent by Swan. You get that outside corner and tickle it a little bit and get the call. Yeah, big schedule coming up for Post 31 baseball action. The home opener scheduled for the day before. It got rained out, obviously. So this now becomes the home opener. But Bennington coming to town this weekend. I'll have that game for you if the weather allows it to be played. Boy, that high fastball had a pretty good beat on it. It was fouled straight back. And boy, they're having an awful time getting the ball to the pitcher between the umpire and the catcher back there. Butler at the plate with 2 on, nobody down. Kyle Cahart on deck for Addison County. Another announcement I'd like to make is to watch Sports Beat on Channel 15 or on the internet. Swing and a miss, and that is a good-looking tailing away fastball from the big lefty, and that'll be the first out, the first strikeout of the season for Miskovsky. Rutland coming in with a 1-win, no-loss record. They went on the road and beat another independent. Addison County is an independent team, and they beat the Hartford Holiday Inn Express team. You know, Cahart up. There's Miskovsky's move to first, and that's not his best move. He's got a decent move. Of course, he's left-handed, and he's got that decent move and an advantage being a lefty, looking right at first base bag. Yeah, so time is called by the hitter, and he's given the time, and Miskovsky regathers himself, will get set. And I'll be outside, too far outside. I'm waiting to see what they want to do with Esty down at first base. Runners at the corners, I think, is just ideal time to send that runner to second. See if you can generate some buzz, make the other team make a play on you. And Miskovsky will catch the plate, but low. Yeah, looking through the roster, which I'll read in its entirety to you for Post 31, just so you get to know all these guys. We've got some pitching ourselves here at Post 31. You're seeing one of the left-handers tonight, but another one that jumps right at me, of course, is Joe Rodolfi, that came on to the Legion team last year and played so well and pitched some big games, and he's back on the roster this year. And some new first-time guys coming on the line. First guy I look at, Sam Major. Of course, you know his dad, Kevin, but great pitch. But I covered Sam a lot at Raha Hockey. He was a very good, obviously a multiple sport athlete. First and third, one down, top of the first, scheduled for 7. Muskoski in post 31 going to work tonight. That's a good block behind the plate by Swan, and it'll be a walk, and that will load him up as Muskoski right now. Got a little problem as he's got the bases loaded for Greg Lutton. But on that roster, you have, besides the starters I mentioned tonight, you've got Mitch Blair, Ryan Carter, Justin Godsick, Ed Lewicki, Chris Mack. I already mentioned Sam Majors. TJ Oliver was a big stud here last year. Mike Triller. They'll have a meeting on the mound, talk it over, and just kind of settle down Muskoski a little bit here. He's had some pop on the ball, a lot of movement on the ball. Just kind of got to focus it in all together. It is early in the ball game. Some pitchers taking an inning or two to kind of get comfortable. Some pitchers can come around the gate like that, but we'll see what Muskoski does after that brief chat he had. So the base is loaded with one down. He won't get the call this time. It did bend a little bit too far outside. Swan tried to inch it back a little bit and get the call from the umpire, but just would have none of it. I'd like to thank Mike Grabowski of the Legion. I'm with Bill Flory. Norm Laddebush and stuff. Got my roster. No problem. Got my lineup. Got my spot. And looking for a fun summer, good summer of Legion baseball. And really, in all honesty, you should get out here and catch some games live. It's a summertime thing to do. That's down to third base. The run will score. You'll get one. And double play. They're going to get out of the inning and not give up a run. Great job over on that side, on that hot corner over there. Is that's Jeff Bloomer. He stepped on the bag through to his brother Aaron Bloomer. They got the double play, and they're coming up at bottom of the first in a scoreless ball game. Pitcher Sean Harrison taking his last warm-ups. You have Dean Butler behind the plate. Greg Lutton will be the first baseman. Logan Williams is the second base. Cam Curler, the shortstop. Ben Orvis at third. The outfield looks like this. It has Kyle Cahart in left. The center fielder Sean Marcel, and Chad Estes the right fielder. Due up first for Rutland will be the leadoff batter, Rob Dorian. And boy, what a big play that was in the to end the top of the first. First and third, nobody out to start off this ball game. They ended up with the bases loaded in one out, and then a double play from third to first on that ground out from Bloomer to Bloomer. No runs scored, so Harrison will come to the plate. He's obviously a right-handed pitcher, and he'll be too far inside for a ball. See if that big defensive play will carry some momentum over here into the offensive end of the game for Rutland post 31. Jeff Perry on deck, then Jeff Bloomer, and batting cleanup will be Aaron Bloomer. Inside too far again. You can see Dorian kind of slide back out of the way for ball 2. Should be an interesting season as always for Legion baseball. There's going to be, this time, gets a generous strike call on the inside corner, makes it 2 balls, 1 strike. That's a big pitch call right there, because big difference being 3-0 and being 2-1. He'll run it out of a 3-ball, 1 strike count. And they're going to DH with Ryan Carter tonight for the pitcher Muskoski for Rutland post 31. A lot of changes to talk about this year at post 31, and the biggest one I think is the it's going to be a fall ball full count. Is going to be the dimensions of the ballpark here. They've taken that green temporary wall they used to put up in left field, and it's gone. And they've gone all the way out to the fence that keeps the separation between St. Joseph's Avenue. So to the far corner, it's 415 feet now. I think it's 430 or 440 to center field. So the dimensions, when you crank one now, that's in the hole. And Curler with the long throw will get the speedy Dorian, and that'll be 1 down. Did rain yesterday, but this field takes the water well, drains well, and they have a great groundskeepers crew, volunteer group here. Does a tremendous job. Field's in tremendous shape right now. Jeff Perry up your shortstop with 1 down, nobody on. So Harrison went to a full count but got the out. I thought that was good patience exercise by Dorian in that first at bat. Now it'll be in the dirt and skip across the plate, and Butler will make the grab, and it'll be ball 1. Oh, but on some upcoming Sports Beat shows, I have the AAU Thunderbirds players on, talk about their past summer season. I've got the Proctor Rangers Youth League team from Proctor, Vermont, team I've been covering. Got the whole team on, and great, refreshing interviews from the youngsters, from the young men. I also have the recap of the Crowley Road Race, the 33rd Crowley Road Race that just completed its big weekend here. So a lot of interesting, good shows coming up. Local programming on Munger Vision on PEGTV, Channel 15 Sports. Strike at the knee. 3 balls, 1 strike. So again, Sports Beats on Monday afternoon at 4:30, Tuesdays afternoons at 5:30, and Thursday night prime time, 9 o'clock. That's going to come back, and Harrison will just let it dribble to him. He'll throw to first, and he went to 3 balls on both of the first 2 hitters, but got ground outs. Yeah, this Addison County team is an independent, and well, they've got some big arms on that roster. Very talented team. Like I said, a lot of people who really are involved deeply, as Jeff Bloomer up, in Legion Baseball. I mean, the nuts and bolts of it, really talking this team up as one of the teams to be looking at in the finals. I like them because they wear those bright orange uniforms, and I can find them easy on the field with the camera. And that will hit the runner as a breaking ball didn't break, and Polis 31 will get their first base runner because of being hit by a pitch. That was Jeff Bloomer going to first. Now Aaron Bloomer will step up there. He bats in that cleanup spot, and then Ryan Carter is the DH. He's on deck. Of course, Ryan Carter is the Gatorade High School Player of the Year in the state of Vermont. Played for Proctor. They went all the way to the semifinals this year. Lost to Black River in the semifinals, and the game brought to you by Munger Vision on the road. The runner back safe. He dove back head first. Harrison that time splits the plate down the middle. Had some pop on the glove of the catcher also. Good velocity on that fastball. There's a nice little gentle breeze blowing tonight up in the press box. Been a long day today. Started my day off by shoveling 2 yards of stone by hand. Yeah, grunt work. And then I went, did some roofing in the humid weather, tore off a bunch of roofing and replaced plywood. And this is a vacation tonight, getting to the ball game. That's a check swing foul off the fist to the backstop for a strike. Yeah, I did all that grunt work, and then when I was walking back from the dugouts to the press box, I passed the umpire who came in, and I'm Porsche, and I'm thinking, oh man, I'm doing the wrong thing for a living. And that'll be a ball low and outside. So Harrison, even though he's got 2 outs and just 1 run around because he hit him, hasn't given up a base hit, has not been accurate tonight. He's gone to 3 balls on a couple of the batteries. He's at a 2-2 count right now. I'll tell you what, that's a heck of a curveball. That's going to be deep in the hole. Curler, long throw, will set himself, and nope. He fooled me because he held on to the ball. He ate it, and I think that was a good play, so I'm going to give him an infield single. Unofficial. My book's always unofficial, man. So Ryan Carter coming up with first and second. So all this taking place when there were 2 out. First and second, you got to think Carter's going to get a good pitch or some pitches that he can swing at. They can't do those unintentional, intentional walk things to him. He can leave the yard real quick. He can jack the ball. Like I said, I covered Proctor baseball, varsity baseball this past season, and they put me out in center field, and Ryan jacked some balls way out of the park over my head. Breaking ball, and won't get it, and he'll go down in the count. 2 balls and no strikes. Kyle Horvath, the on-deck batter. I like to see that generations, as Kyle's older brother, of course, played Legion Baseball. But that's consistent. That's just a tad below the knee, and it's been called a strike all night so far. We're just in the first inning, so Ryan will look down to get the sign with a 2-1 count. And that's a good block by the catcher. Butler behind the plate made himself big, knocked the ball down. Yeah, those Bloomer boys made themselves big last year for Post 31. They made quite an impact on the program, and you can already see here in the first home game of the year, they've turned a double play together. They're at first and second right here together. They're going to make another big impact again this season. Good eye by Carter, and he will draw the walk that will juice the bases up. So Kyle Horvath with a chance to give Rutland Post 31 the lead and score the first runs at home this season. As Harrison elects to go back to the full windup. And it's a good pitch. Real good pitch from the big righty. Again, Lutton, Williams, Curler, and Orvis on the infield. Khart, Marcel, and Esty the outfield. Good arms in the outfield, too, if you're thinking about a base hit to the outfield as far as coming home. And that's a great pitch. That's a pitcher's pitch, my friend, right there, as he just scraped the outside corner, and he'll get the call. So Horvath down very quickly here, 0-2 in the count. Got to protect the plate with an 0-2 count. You can see right there that Harrison actually looked like he was off balance falling off the mound, and that was a ball. So he got the first two batters to ground out, and he got in a little trouble. Trying to take care of that right here. He is with 2 strikes. The pitch on the way from Harrison. And that's going to the backstop, and the runner will hold up. Personally, I think that's a good decision right there, not to send him. This isn't the old St. Peter's Field where the backstop was 25, 30 feet away from home base. That backstop, new one, the newer one, is made, it's made of concrete, so the ball comes off a hard right back to the catcher, but it's only maybe 12 to 15 feet behind home base, so not a lot of distance there. And after that, being up in the count 0-2, he'll run into 3 balls, 2 strikes. Nowhere to put him. Bases juice. Post 31, bottom of the first, looking for the lead. Pitch coming. Going to be ball 4, and he lost him. He had him 0-2 and lost him. So Bloomer, who got hit by a pitch, will come around to score the game's first run. Aaron Bloomer will go to second. Kyle Horvath will go to first. And now Matt Merritt up. Matt Merritt was, you talking about making an impact last year. Matt Merritt made a major impact. He was voted team MVP at the banquet last year, but he came into his own in relief pitching and found his stroke hitting, and he came up with some big defensive games for Post 31. And there's another ball, so 5 straight balls now thrown by Sean Harrison. It's 1-0 Rutland. Post 31 with a lead in the bottom of the first, exclusively on Munger Vision. Tell you what, and Harrison seems to be getting frustrated, and the catcher's going to come out and have a little talk with him. Teams got the bases loaded in the first inning, but Rutland able to capitalize and get at least 1 run so far. And they're not done yet. Oh, Merritt like that. High heater. He just got overpowered by it. And, you know, the catcher could have been out there to talk about many things. One of them could be just what he's shaking off. You know, he's getting in trouble with the breaking ball, with the walks. Go back to the establish 1 pitch first. Just early in the game. Get something across the plate. He went back to the fastball. And yeah, that's a good patient at bat right there by Merritt. 3-1 the count, 1-0 to score. Bases loaded. Harrison's already walked in 1 run. Right on the edge, you're walking in another one. He'll live another pitch as Merritt taken out of the way. And they dropped that breaking ball in on the inside corner. We've got a full count now, with Mike McMahon on deck. He'll put the ball foul. I'll say 2 also with 2 outs. Bases loaded. Everybody's gone. Everybody's off and running, man. You've almost got to figure a single heater would score 2 runs. And actually, I'm surprised the outfield playing unexpectedly deep, I think. And foul ball, foul ball. He hit the bat. Pitch was behind Merritt. He ducked out of the way, and it hit his bat. What a stroke of luck for the pitcher, Harrison. He would have walked in at the second run of the ball game, definitely on that pitch. Oh, it's the silly stuff like that that I just smirk at. And that's going to be the opposite field, going deep, 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 and making the catch on the run to end the inning. But Post 31 will pick up 1 run. They'll have a 1-0 lead as we go into the top of the second on Munger Vision. So Alex Miskoski starting his second inning of work. His defense got him off the hook with a double play, and the bases loaded, 1 down in that first inning. See if he can settle more into a groove. He's going to be looking at Sean Harrison, Cam Killer, and Logan Williams, the 3-2 up here for Rutland Post 31. Or actually for Addison County, Post 31 out in the field defensively, and that's going to be strike 1 as Miskoski right down the heart of the plate. Defense will stay the same. Bloomer and Bloomer on the corners. Jeff at third, Aaron at first, Matt Merritt at second, Jeff Perry at short. Nate Swan doing the catching behind the plate. Oh, right off the helmet with a curveball. If you're going to get hit with a pitch, you want something soft like that. So each pitcher has hit a batter. Now Curler up as Harrison will go to first. So back to the stretch, we'll go the big lefty, Miskoski. Yeah, Horvath, Dorian, and McMahon, the outfield for Rutland. Nate Swan, I remember covering for the Red Thunder All-Star team and also for some of the junior and senior Babe Ruth stuff. Now here he is, Legion Ball. Thank God he's aged, and I have not covering him. Good stop by Swan. That's textbook catching right there by Swan. Yeah, and I look at that Rutland roster. There's good news also is they've got some depth at the catching position this year. That was a position with injuries last year that just wiped them out. That was a killer position for him. And that'll be a ball. So Miskoski down 2-0 in the count. We're in the top of the second. Going to try to go 7. There's a mercy rule, but I don't think that'll come into play. And it's more Mother Nature's what I'm worried about, not cooperating. Right now the sun actually kind of peeking through. And that's going to be a wild pitch, and that'll send the runner, Harris, or the batter, Harrison. No, it's the runner, I had it right, down to second. So again, Miskoski, I think, and it doesn't matter what I think, I'm just filling up airspace, but like his counterpart, Harrison, got to find one pitch, get it down for the first inning or 2 here, then he can start sprinkling the other stuff. I know he's got a real decent breaking ball, but right now that's just not working for him. And that pitch will tail away and be a ball, so he'll hit a batter, and now he'll walk a batter, and that'll bring up Logan Williams with Ben Orphis on deck. Yeah, Williams is in the 8th slot, Orvis in the 9th slot, then top of the order. So like the first inning, multiple runners on with nobody down. And he'll give him that strike, that time high and inside. In Legion Baseball weekday games start at 5:30. The weekend games usually start at noon. Bennington's an exception. They want to come at 2. And that's a strike, and that's a foul ball. And I don't know, I'm waiting to see, was it foul or just... No, runners moved up to second and third. It was not a foul ball. It is a strike to Williams. So back in the jam is Miskoski like he was in that first inning. He's got an 0-2 count, though. Where we had 2 runners on and recorded a strikeout last inning for his first out, and he will record exactly like the first. He'll get a second strikeout of the ball game. He'll get the first out of the inning. And now Ben Orvis up with 2 on and 1 down. So Orvis steps up there at the left side of the plate. The outfield taking a, they're switching. They're obviously favoring the first baseline. Again, Miskoski with that breaking ball, making Swan do some hard work behind the plate. You got a runner at third base, and you can have a wild pitch on any pitch, but those breaking balls in the dirt, the odds go way up. One of those squirting past the catcher. So Miskoski, well, he'd love to reach into his bag of trips and come out with a one of 2 things: either another strikeout or another double play, and it's going to be harder to get the double play now. Runners at second and third this time. Last time the bases were loaded. Well, I'll tell you what, a tough play. 1 run will come in. We'll be tied at 1, and you can see Miskoski run back to the mound, and it'll bring the runner over to third. Tell you what, that was an incredibly difficult play. Now Marcel up. He had a double his first time up. He led the game off with a double. But no, did you see Bloomer? It looked like he could have ran to the bag easier, but he threw a low, hard fastball to Muskowski. He had to go down and get it, make the catch, and still just beat the runner to the bag. So we're tied at 1 in the second with 2 down now. Runner at third base for Addison County. And that's going to be to Perry. Great job with the stab, the throw, and I got him. They'll tie it up. Nice job by Bloomer grabbing that high throw. Perry deep in the hole. That'll be the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the second in a 1-1 game. Well, for Rutland, looking at the 8-9 man, and then the top of the order, so got Mike McMahon, Nate Swan, and then Rob Dorian to appear. We're tied at 1, and Harrison. Be interesting to see his sequencing here. He'll start off with a fastball there and get the strike called. Each pitcher throwing a lot of pitches, going deep into the counts here. I know we're early. I know. That's going to be a foul ball, but again, another fastball. So uses the fastball to get up to an 0-2 count to McMahon. Now, if you got a changeup or you want to throw the curveball, you know, you've gotten up in a count, and he came back with the breaking ball in the dirt, and I would hope McMahon would swing at that, but he showed good discipline and laid off it. You know what's happening in Rutland all downtown Friday nights is that downtown live, and no, went around the plate, did not get a backdoor breaking ball call. It'll be 2-2 the count. But I checked that stuff out Friday Night Live. It's good stuff. Yeah, I don't like to give Cop Engineer credit, but that's good stuff down there at downtown Rutland. And it's going to be past the pitcher to second base. Hard charge, makes the throw, just does get him. To get the 4-3 ground out, it'll be Williams to Lutton on the 4-3 ground out. Now Swan up the catcher. But I like the fact they give you some different venues of music to listen to. Joey Leon down there tonight. There's a guy who can play some guitar and rock and roll, but they've got a whole list of good events coming up for music down there at the Friday Night Live. And I endorse that. Get out there, support your community, get down to Friday Night Live. That's popped up to center field, and it looks to be pretty routine, and they'll make the grab, and that'll be number 10 out there, Marcel. So not a lot of pitches being thrown here this inning by Harrison, and she's got 2 quick outs. Dorian grounded out to the shortstop, Curler, back in the first. We're in the second. We're tied at 1. We're in the bottom of the second, to be exact. And you're watching PEGTV, Channel 15 Sports. And actually, to be more exact, you're watching Munger Vision. I'll tell you, there's all kinds of cool stuff to do in the state of Vermont. I get so sick of hearing people tell me what a boring state we have. There's a tremendous amount of stuff going on. Showed bunt, brought the bat back, pitch in the dirt of all. Well, last Sunday I worked a little bit, some more grunt work and stuff, got all done. Ended up going down to Emerald Lake, kayaking around the lake. What a beautiful, relaxing, good exercise thing to do. Third base gloves it, throws it, got him, scooped it out. Great play all the way around. So it goes from Orvis to Lutton. That's the inning. So 1-2-3 inning for Harrison, and we'll have a 1-1 game going into the third. Got a defensive change to talk about. Mitch Blair is playing first base for post 31 as we're looking at the heart of the order now. The 2-3-4 spot, Chad Esty up. That's a good pitch by Muskowski. They're going to look at Esty, Butler, and Cahart due up. Esty had a bunt single. Remember, we go to cover the bag back in the first inning. We're in the third. There's that breaking ball, and they'll make it a 1-1 count. He just doesn't have good command of that pitch right now as the game goes along. So the first defensive change takes place for Rutland, and it's Mitch Blair who can do catching also. He's over at first base. That's going to be up the middle. Base hit will fall right under the glove of Rob Dorian, and Digger will pick it up. And fastball got up in the strike zone, and Esty at first with a 2-for-2 night, and now Butler was a strikeout victim back in the first. One of 2 strikeouts recorded by Muskowski. Now they showed small ball early in the ball game. See if they'll go back to sacrificing the runner over to second. Right now Blair holding the runner on. And that's going to be coming on. Great catch by Dorian! He's going to throw to first and now get the double play. What a tremendous grab by Dorian. I know it's the first home game of the year, but that's the play of the season to me. That's going to be a tough one to top. Straight out, parallel to the ground, dove in. That's just not a fluke thing. He does that 9 out of 10 times. Butler robbed of at least a single, if not going to be a gapper to double. Big smirk on Dorian's face right now. He knows he pulled off a Munger Vision highlight play right there. K-Hard up now. Yeah, I had a little problem locating the ball at first, but I got the important part, the diving catch by Dorian. Boy, put a bookmark at that play in the game right there. As that's 1 out, 1 on. It could have been easily second and third, nobody out, if he doesn't come up with that catch. But he's done that his whole career. So again, Muskowski's defense bailing him out tonight as he's going to have the Swan, the catcher, come out and do a little chat with him. And like I said, we're in the third, and he's racking up the pitch count right now. He's going deep into the counts. Well, that got me fired up. That great defensive play by Dorian. Yeah, the runner fake going. Swan came up ready to toss down to first, and everything just stays the same after. Everything's, all the dust settles, runner at first. K-Hard at the plate. Wow, that's a great catch by Dorian. That's a great pitch right there by Muskowski. I see that time he got the fastball away from the right-handed pitcher, right-handed hitter. The ones they've been clubbing here for the singles and the doubles, he's leaving a fastball right up in the fat part of the plate. He's getting behind in the count with the breaking ball and then having to come back with the fastball and been sitting on it because he hasn't kept it away from him. You got to either jam him with it or you got to bring it up and out, and he's leaving it right now right where it's sweet in the plate. That's a nice pitch. Good sequence right there, but he set it up with the fastball. 2 outs this inning, 3 strikeouts for the game, and Greg Lutnup, he hit into the double play that ended the first inning. So we're trying to keep it tied at 1 and strain that runner at first. Lutton will step in there and get set. Muskowski's going to go to first base and runner back safe. Got Mitch Blair just in the ballgame where they're holding him on defensively at first base. It's Esty. Getting about 4 or 5 step lead off the bag right now. And again, fastball right there, called a strike. Yeah, Esty started this inning off with a single, then the fly out to center fielder Dorian made the great grab, and then the strikeout. We're tied at 1 in the top of the third. Again, trying a little backdoor breaking ball, got away from him, came too far inside. So your Swan will set the target up right now, the catcher. He'll come inside, and that's where he wants it, inside corner. He got it inside, but high, brushed him back a little bit, and I'm making a 2-ball, 1-strike count. Muskowski's hit a batter tonight. I mentioned he's got 3 strikeouts and not quite 3 full innings. And he's right on the verge of extending the inning to Sean Harrison. He's the on-deck batter, so Lutton up in the count, 3 balls, 1 strike. Let's see what he comes up with for the pitch here. And he'll lose him. He'll give him the walk, and that'll force the runner down to second base. So Esty will go to second, Lutton at first. And that will bring up Harrison. He was hit by a pitch back in the second inning and eventually came around to score a run. So the pitcher for Addison. Harrison up with 2 on. So for 3 consecutive innings, Addison County's had at least 2 or more base runners on at one time. And that's going to get the runners up there. Wild pitch will get the runner to third base. Well, first and third now. And again, he's just struggling with that curveball, that breaking ball right now. It's tough to have a one-pitch night, the one pitch working for you all night. And he'll bring that back. Started outside, came over the outside corner, nicked it, got the strike call. Now Cam Curler, the shortstop for Addison County, on deck if they can get it to another batter. First and third, the situation right here. And Merritt will stand, make the grab. That's the inning. We'll stay tied at 1 going in the bottom of the third. Jeff Perry up. He grounded out to the pitcher Harrison. He's only been up once. This is his second look through, and oh, great grab. Yep, slicing away, and Logan Williams make the grab. 1 pitch, 1 out. We're in the bottom of the third, tied at 1. A couple good programs going at each other tonight. Jeff Bloomer up. He got hit by a pitch in the first inning, and he came around to score. So there's a lot of parallels in this game. Each run, 1-1 score, each team's run was scored by a person who was hit by a pitch. How's that for irrelevant trivia? That's the third. They'll grab, they'll throw, and they will just get him. They'll punch him out over at first base. Nice job over there by Ben Orvis coming up with that. So 2 pitches, 2 outs. Aaron Bloomer up. He had an infield single back in the first. Up here in the third, getting his second look through. Oh, actually, excuse me, it's going to be Mitch Blair. I knew that. So Mitch Blair. Again, he's got good power. He played a lot of last season, injured. Looks healthy. I think he is healthy. He should have a big season for post 31. And he'll be too far inside, and it'll push it to a 1-1 count. Yeah, so Blair with Carter on deck, if they can get it to that point. There's 2 down and nobody on. See, I just don't agree with that strike call. He's been consistent, but I don't think it's a strike down there. I had to hold my breath on that. I was a little bit too far inside. 2-2, 2 down. Yeah, weather permitting and they play, I'll have the Bennington game for you at a future date on Channel 15, and that's always a wild game, Bennington and Post 31. Actually, Bennington and anybody's always a wild game. Got him on a big breaking ball, drop third strike. They're trying to find it. They'll locate it. They'll throw. They'll get him. That's the inning, a 1-2-3 inning for Harrison as we go to the 4th. Cam Curler, Logan Williams, and Ben Orvis do up here. So this game moving right along. We're in the 4th inning of a game scheduled for 7. The home opener for Rutland Post 31. They come in with that 1-0 record, and this is a very formidable opponent tonight in Addison County. Oh, great group. Oh, didn't get the call. Oh. That was one of the better looking curveballs, and he set it up behind the fastball. Oh, I think you could call that either way right there. I think you could have got the strike on that. Curler, some discipline right there. Checking his swing and making it a 2-1 count. Post 31 has turned double play tonight, and they've had that incredible great catch by Dorian in center field. Miskoski, he's been all kind of all over the place. Swan wants to change headgear. He wants to get a different catcher's mask. That's what the breaking action's for. Yeah, Curler walked back in the 2nd. He's right on the edge of walking here in the 4th. And he will. He'll draw the walk. And Logan Williams up now. He struck out back in the 2nd. There's been 3 strikeouts in the ballgame for Miskoski, is Alex Miskoski. On the mound tonight, taking the hill for Post 31. There's the move to first, and you can see Blair where they're holding the runner on. And now you have the possibility of Ryan Carter pitching, Mack pitching, McMahon, Merritt, Miskoski, TJ Oliver, Joe Rodolfi. I mean, there's you never have too many arms, but they've some pretty decent arms over there in that Post 31 squad. As Williams waits, the pitch coming. Nope, it's not coming. You see him with that little break step toward first, just runner will scamper back. He only had about a 3 or 4 step lead over there at first. And again, Muskowski just never really run a fourth. He hasn't got into a rhythm at any point in the ball game yet. He'll look, he'll set. That's a decent pitch right there. He'll have a 1-2 count. Well, he's had 1 strikeout per inning, trying to keep that alive right here. Be a perfect spot to get it. They go to first, and again, the ball getting away from Blair, but not that far. And the big guy will hustle down and get the ball and bring it back to the pitcher. Runner will stay over at first base. That's Cam Curler, drew the leadoff walk. Got him with the breaking ball. Tell you what, he pulled a string on that. Looked like a yo-yo, and that was a decent pitch. So he will continue that. 1 strikeout per inning. Now Orv is up. He grounded out in a 3-1 situation where the pitcher covered the bag. The first baseman got the ground ball, flipped it over to first. Now Addison County, they've had a lot of runners early in the ball game, but they really weren't sending them. They weren't being aggressive on the bases. Of course, they really weren't in a situation to, because they were getting hits and walks and moving runners early in a count like that. Well, not with a lot of pitches, like full counts. He went to 3 balls a lot, but there weren't a lot of battles, like with a lot of foul balls and stuff like that. Top of the order, Marcel on deck. It's going to be ripped foul down that first baseline. And I should mention Nicole Densmore back in action for the Legion team. She does the music between innings that kind of get the crowd and the team all fired up. She does a lot more than that, but that's first, at that time. So he's starting to spot the curveball now, either even the count or ahead in the count. And he's starting to get a little confidence in it, keeping the hitters off balance. Got a 1-2 count. And I had the feeling, plus I saw the sign, that he was going to be throwing a curveball again. He was trying to go back-to-back curveballs. And to me, I don't think he's got a changeup. So he just came in with a good location on the fastballs, pulled foul. Some extracurricular activities going on with the fielding of the foul ball. Oh, great pitch. That's back-to-back strikeouts on the breaking ball. No, it wasn't fast enough. Now Marcel up with 2 down, and that runner's still at first, and they're still not trying to move him along with the steal. There's the throw over. There's that move he's been working on. So Muskowski, after getting that leadoff runner on, trying to get out of this inning again without. This time he's helped himself out a lot with the coming to pick off. Coming to pick off, and he's going to be safe. What happened right there is Blair had problem getting the ball out of the glove. And that gave him just enough time to steal the base. So Marcel, who's got a double, and he's grounded out to the shortstop Jeff Perry with a 1-for-2 night. If he can get the lead RBI in here. You can see Swan kind of frame it, but didn't get the call on that outside corner. So Curler getting a 2, a 3, a 4, 5-step lead off second base right now. There's a secondary lead, and that's going to be out of play. As they retrieve the foul ball. With Esty on deck, Marcel trying to extend this inning. Check, swing, foul. So we'll have a 2-strike count. Muskowski looking to get all 3 outs recorded on strikeouts this inning. He's got 5 for the ball game. Marcel set. Pitch coming. Did it. Foul tip caught by Swan. He'll strike out 3, strand 1. We'll stay tied at 1. Ryan Carter up. He drew a walk his first time up. Got stranded at second base. That's back in the first inning. So Carter up with nobody on base here in the bottom of the 4th. And that'll be a strike at the knee and that sweeping fastball. Harrison with just the 1 strikeout. They came back in the last inning in the 3rd. He had a 1-2-3 third. And you can't check his swing on that one, and he'll be down 0-2 in the count. Kyle Horvath and Matt Merritt due up here right in the middle of the order for post 31. Strike 3 looking. I got to tell you, beautiful pitch. Down and away from the powerful right-handed hitter. If anything, he was going to go with the ball. It was a pitch that he wouldn't really be able to exert all his power on. But he took it looking. That's the 2nd strikeout of the ball game. Now Kyle Horvath up. He walked back in the 1st inning as he's getting his 2nd look now at Harrison on the mound. Sean Harrison, Dean Butler. That's the battery out there for Addison County in those orange uniforms. And that will skip to the backstop. Last time I saw Addison County was 2 seasons ago in the playoffs here. And the pitch inside. Notice Harrison's pace, even when he was in trouble, he kept the same pace between pitches. That's a great pitch. Right on the corner. 3 balls, 1 strike. To Horvath, who's trying to get this inning's offense jump-started here. And he will. He'll be down at first base with 1 down. Now in the past, Rutland Post 31's been very aggressive on the bases. They've incorporated that into making it part of their offense. And we'll see what happens now. Matt Merritt flied out to right field. To Chad Esty his first time up. And that's a strike. Now they haven't really had a lot of opportunity to run the bases tonight. They had the runners on in the 1st inning, and then they've not really gotten a lot done offensively against Harrison. That's going to be out of play. Hey, everybody hustling after, but it'll be out of play. Because he set down 8 in a row, going back to the bottom of the 1st. I'm talking about Harrison. Until that walk to Horvath. So even though it wasn't pretty, he got a lot. He got a lot of miles out of it. He set down 8 in a row. He just didn't seem it because he wasn't really like overpowering people. Merritt couldn't catch up to it, and he will go down on strikes. That's an excellent use of that junk to set up that fastball. He's got 3 strikeouts coming in the last 4 batters, and now McMahon up. He grounded out to the 2nd baseman, Logan Williams, his only time up. So trying to strand that runner at first, and that's going to be slicing foul towards Otter Creek and out of play. I was talking about stuff to do in the state of Vermont. July 25th and July 26th, the National Barbecue Championships taking place in the town of Windsor, Vermont. Oh yeah, I'm putting my bib on and I'm going over. First of all, it's a beautiful ride. And second of all, I can't cook barbecue, but I certainly can eat it. Oh, great pitch. He actually changed his release point, dropped down there, got sneaky. And he's picking up steam now. In the last 2 innings, he's gotten to look sharp now out there. Runner goes, ball's going to be lifted, and SD will settle in, make the grab, and that'll be the inning. We'll go to the 5th, tied at 1 on Munger Vision. Chad Esty, Dean Butler, Kyle Cahart, number 2, 3, 4 batters in the order. Miskoski coming out here to answer the bell in the 5th round, and Esty's 2 for 2 day. He's got a bunt single and then a single to the outfield. And we'll have a 1-1 count. Yeah, Miskoski actually had a strong 4th inning. He struck out he faced 4 batters, struck out 3. Now get away from Swan, that short curveball. Again, I urge you to get down here and catch game live. Support this Legion baseball team. Miskoski won't get the call on that. Whoa. Well, that makes it a 3-1 count as opposed to a 2-2 count. That's a big difference, and I'm not really sure where that pitch wasn't a strike, but had some nasty action. Good movement on that pitch. Well, a full count now to Chad Esty with Dean Butler sitting on deck. There's the sun breaking through at St. Peter's Field. And then he'll come up high, and he'll walk him, so the leadoff batter will be on again this inning. Remember, leadoff batter Curler last inning walked, and then he struck out the next 3 batters. Yeah, Butler 0 for 2. He struck out and then flied out to Rob Dorian. So Miskoski still been getting used to this inning to working with the runners on base. He's battled through this first 4 innings. Miskoski coming from down the Manchester way. Plays for Burton baseball. And no, I didn't hit him. That's going to move the runner to second, and he'll turn, look, and Esty will go back. So Esty will be in scoring position with nobody out on that wild pitch. I had to wait and make sure I didn't hit him at first. So Addison County looking to take the lead here in the 5th. Now Miskoski's defense has just been stellar behind him tonight. But you can't do anything fielding-wise with a walk. Swan goes through the signs again. And just tailing away. That time inside, and he's going to have a 3-1 count. Back-to-back batters. See if this is taking all the way, and it won't matter. Swan with a nice job of grabbing that pitch behind the batter, because that gets away from him. The runner can go to third base from second. So back-to-back walks. Yeah, Cahart up. He's officially 0 for 1 tonight. He walked, and then he struck out. And I was looking at it. They're going to have a little meeting, talk to Miskoski on the mound. Cahart up. Be interesting to see if they might try a little small ball here in a tight game, 1-1. A lot of runs obviously being scored, stating the obvious. Now he was swinging all the way, and that's foul ball. So this inning's starting off with back-to-back walks. Lutton on deck, and then Harrison. Big inning right here. Pivotal inning right here for Addison County in a 7-inning game. We're in the 5th. A chance to take the lead. And right now they've got the oh, there's that. When he does get on top of that curveball like that, it's a beautiful pitch. But and when he's been in this situation, Miskoski, during this ball game, he's been able to get the strikeout at the most opportune time. He tried to go back-to-back breaking balls and miss that time. At a 1-2 count. Now, first, second, nobody down. This could be a big inning for Addison County. It's going to be lifted, and I don't know if they'll be able to get to it. Blair running and foul territory. Yeah, he had those legs chugging, but he just couldn't catch up to it. The post 31 baseball schedule, you can go to the website, you can call the Legion. You can, best thing I think, you can just look in the Rutland Herald and see when they're playing. There are pocket schedules, little schedules you can have, but they're all over various locations in the city. I mean, pick one of those up, it'd be cool. And that's going to be a foul ball. He's able to hold back just long enough to foul it off. And that's what you want to do with the 2 strikes, too. Nothing drives me more nuts, whether it's softball, baseball, youth league, with 2 strikes on him. When they take one down the pipe and watch it, never move the bat, and then he looks stunned that they were called out on strikes. You got 2 strikes. Bear down. Move that bat. Foul the ball off. Waste a pitch. But don't look at it. Go by you. Not try to go high and away and up the ladder a little bit. Missed. Back to 2-2. This is, well, the last pitch that he'll be able to dictate to the hitter. I mean, he can do whatever he wants in the count, but this would be the key point in the count right here. See if he tries that real tight curveball. He did, and he got the results he wanted. They're going to throw down to first. They got him. Oh, what a job by Swan to Blair, who slid behind him. You can see how upset he was getting picked off, but you got to wonder what he was doing. So they got the strikeout and throw out. So that's the second double play tonight, turned by post 31. That's the 6th strikeout of the ball game. It's 2 outs down, a runner at second. So, boy, just like that, that Rutland defense coming through again. That's a great pitch. Lutton up tonight. He's hit into a double play, and then he walked. So, boys, that changed the complexion of the inning, that double play. Swan's going to slide a little bit outside. That's a great block by Swan. Yeah, just made himself big and let the ball bounce off his chest protector right in front of him. Kept the runner down at second. Long look in and a pitch. Fouled off. So Lutton trying not to waste this opportunity that Addison County has here in the 5th. And of course, Muskoski trying to just wiggle his way out of another jam here in this ball game. Oh, he's been like Houdini, getting escaping from all these treacherous situations. Off the fist, a little flare. It's going to drop in. Dorian will get the speed up. The throw coming in, and it's going to be up the line, cut off by Muskoski. And he'll get away. From not that far, so the run will score. It'll break the tie. It'll be an RBI single for Lutton. And now Harrison up. He's been hit by a pitch and scored a run in second, and he lined out to Matt Merritt at second base. Then the ball just was not hit that hard, and Dorian had to come a long way from center field to get to the ball and then try to get some mustard on the throw, and it was going to be an almost impossible situation. I see Swan re-grabbed that, and the runner didn't get away, able to get down to second base. So a 2-1 game now in the top of the 5th. Addison County taking its first lead of the ball game. That's Muskoski taking a little time between pitches now. He'll crank it up and nope, won't get the call there. He'll walk him now, put runners back at first and second. That's his 3rd walk this inning. How big was that double play now? And, yep, they're going to visit on the mound. Yeah, so the pitching change has been made, and it's Justin Godzik in there, number 15 with his back tee, and he's coming with 2 down, first and second, 2-1, Addison County. And Cam Curler up. So as we get into the later innings here in the 5th, Addison County would like to add more than that 1-run lead. They've been flirting with it all night, having the big inning, but just that Rutland defense has come up with some just tremendous plays. A couple double plays, not the conventional way. A great catch in center field by Rob Dorian. And it's going to be tough. It's going to be a slow roller. Perry. Nope, he'll be safe. That was going to be a tough play all the way around. Now, I don't know what they'll score that, but that will load the bases up for Logan Williams. He's struck out twice tonight, but that was against, I think we have a pinch hitter. So that was against Muskowski. No. So Teachout up, pinch hitting for Williams. Like I said, it was 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. And she has Sun Dot on the lens. Sun's out. And Godzik will miss with that breaking ball. So yeah, this inning started off with a walk to Esty, and that became the go-ahead run, 2-1. Bases loaded right now. Last thing you want to do was you wanted to either strike him out and put the ball on the plate and let the defense make a play. You don't want to walk him. Good pitch. Don't become your own worst enemy as a pitcher. So Godzik, new to the roster this year to me. Yeah, it just took too long. It'll be time called. And he did. He just could not settle in on a sign. So a tight situation for Godzik. He's on in relief of Muskowski. Trying to drop that curveball and he'll miss. Down in the count, 2-1. I don't know if you want to mess around with that breaking ball right now. Now fastball away, fastball inside. Move the fastball around. See what he does here. Godzik looks to Swan, who's played a tremendous game. Swan has. He'll slide to the outside corner. He missed the target, but he split the plate, and for some reason they couldn't pull the trigger on it. We're going to have a 2-2 count. So trying to get that elusive third out here. Pitch coming, and it'll be caught by Swan just out of the strike zone. So yeah, he'll work it to a full count. Nowhere to put him. This would force in a run. So yeah, put a bookmark right here. Big moment for both sides. Godzik got him. They'll leave him loaded. They do get the lead run, but he'll strike him out with a full count. Out there for Addison County. Biggest change is the pitcher, Corey Haight, out there, number 20, and he can throw it hard. He's a big gun out there, and they're going to have a change at second base. Teachout, number 16, will play second. Nate Swan, number 9 batter, the catcher, up for post 31, who now finds himself trailing for the first time in the ball game, 2-1. Oh yeah, that had some extreme zip on it. Gonna see a little change of pace here from Harrison. That ball explodes up and out of the strike zone. It's moving. Yeah, it's got some garlic sauce on it. That's moving. Haight in the windup. Oh, what a sharp curveball. I mean, it definitely was out of the strike zone, but wow, what snap on the ball. Hard curveball. They just couldn't catch up to it. just about below the knee by a whisker, and 2-2 count. Top of the order, Dorian and then Perry to follow Swan. Got him. Not just too much heat as he'll come in and get the first out on a strikeout. As we're in the bottom of the fifth. So 4 innings for Harrison. He struck out 4. Well, he struck out 3, and that took place in his last 2 innings of work. He had a string at one point of 8 retired in a row. And, ooh, I thought it went around the plate, but he'll get the strike called. Dorian's grounded out to short and grounded out to third. He's 0 for 2 today. And at the knee, a strike. So he'll find himself down quickly, 0-2 in the count. He's not wasting too much time. He's getting the sign and then firing. And he'll stretch it outside for a ball. Getting good velocity on those pitches. Oh, like I said, there's been a lot of chatter amongst high-profile baseball fans in the area about this Addison County team. He'll miss right there. And goes 2-2 in the count. See if he just comes back with that good old number 1. As a catcher, I'd be wiggling that one finger all the time. So they can catch up to it, fouled back by Dorian, and that's what you do with 2 strikes. Good job by Dorian. Now see if he can turn that into a base hit. Well, it was scheduled for 7. We're almost through 5. And that fell off the table a little bit early. Dorian, getting good discipline to plate, will work it to a full count. That could be playable. It looks to be under control. Butler near the backstop. Butler will watch it. Yeah, it will go over the backstop and out of play. And again, a good job with 2 strikes by Rob Dorian. Got to play the game defensively. That diving catch in center field. That's it. You just can't teach that stuff. That's just natural instincts and ability in Dorian. Whoa, a little change of pace. He can get right off the end of the bat as he was able to just hold back long enough to follow it off. But he's done 2 times here in this count, the sequence. He's fouled off a potential strike 3. That's a good at bat already for Dorian. You watch American Legion baseball action on Munger Vision. And then teach out, says he's got it. He's on the grass and he'll give it away, and he'll be caught up for top by Esty, so he'll be called off and he'll become the second out on that fly ball. Ends up being in the right fielder's glove. Jeff Perry up, he's 0 for 2. He's grounded out the pitcher and lined out to Williams, who was at second base at the time. Teach out has since come on to replace him defensively. So Perry looking to ignite this off. Oh, Perry ducked out of the way and I got caught on the corner and called a strike. Trying to get a 2-out rally going here in the 5th. Yeah, he had that nasty first pitch breaking ball and then came back with a humming fastball high and away. He'll keep you off balance, that's for sure. He kind of has a tuck motion. I mean, he kind of hides the ball of his release point to the very last moment, and it's tough as a pitcher, a hitter, to pick that up. Pick the ball up. You go outside again, and you can see Butler back there just picking cherries as he'll go to a 3-1 count. Jeff Bloomer on deck. He scored the only run for Post 31 today. He got hit by a pitch and eventually came around to score. Just overpowered him. The location was decent down and inside by the knee, but the pop on the ball was impressive. And it's going to be a little comebacker. Haight will bobble. He's got time. He'll spin. He'll flip. He'll get him. That's the inning. Corey Haight comes on and takes care of business. We'll go to the 6th with a 2-1 lead for Addison. Number 26 out there, Chris Mack. He'll become the 3rd pitcher this evening for post 31, and he's going to be looking at the number 9 batter, Ben Orvis. Orvis tonight, 0 for 2. He's grounded out and struck out. Mack looks, winds up, and that's lifted deep. Dorian going back. And that's greeting to the ballgame. That's a home run out of here as the first pitch delivered by Chris Mack will leave the yard, and it'll make it a 3-1 game. And now coming in to greet him at home base, you'll see him touch up, and everybody out of the dugout for Addison County. A towering shot to right center field for Ben Orvis, and pretty impressive drive. I'll tell you that. I can't see that part but it's right where the field juts out, and wow. Top of the order, Sean Marcel up. Well, we'll see if Mack can, now I say shake that off, but kind of work through that greeting to the ball game. 3-1 now, Addison County with the lead. Marcel, Esty, and Butler. The next 3 due up as they're at the top of the order. Orvis with a pretty decent blast. As you see the shadows creeping across St. Peter's Field. Beautiful St. Peter's Field. Best place to come watch a ball game, my opinion. Mack will miss inside. Swan remains the catcher, and they move McMahon down to first base. They put Bloomer at left field. I'm trying to see the new 3rd baseman. It's a walk. So home run and a walk so far for Mack. I'm just trying to see the number over there. Oh, I think Swan's gone into play 3rd, so there will not be Swan behind the plate catching, I don't believe. And the runner, I'll move slow now, but he's back. I'm just trying to search and study that number at 3rd base. It looks like it's 16. If it is 16, that's Nate Swan. And that just doesn't look like Ryan Carter catching, so I'm not really sure who is the catcher. Well, I'll have to wait and sort this all out. It's a right-handed catcher. Boy, a nice job over there by McMahon, blocking the ball from going out of play and allowing the runner to advance to second base. So Mike McMahon now at first, Merritt at second, Perry at. That's going to be through the hole at short, a base hit, and see Bloomer come up with the ball as he plays it off from his chest. So home run, a walk, and a single. And now Dean Butler up. Now Butler 0 for 2. He's also walked in there. He struck out and flied out. He's also hit into a double, been part of a double play. Didn't hit into it, he's been part of a double play. So again, with nobody down, the makings of a big inning here. 1 run in already on a blast out of here by Orvis. And that will be a foul ball, no strike called. So yeah, I got Bennington coming up this weekend, weather permitting, and then a couple days around the road post 31, but they're back around late next week, so I can get the schedule, get out there, watch some games. Merritt will go to first and get the out. Runners will move up. That ball was really hit too slow, and Merritt was playing deep. Now Cahard up. He hit into a double play last time and struck out prior, and he's also going to whack back in the first inning. So again, as we get into the later innings, the 6th inning here, down 3-1, you would kind of want to get a defensive stop here. The rest of this thing, second and third, one out, tall order. And who's ever catching made a nice block of the ball. Well, I wonder if that's, does look big enough to be Mitch Blair. I don't know who's catching. Oh, he'll get the inside corner on that. On a little delayed call there, that'll be a strike. So 3 pitchers so far used tonight for Rutland. Oh, great. That's sharp. Breaking ball right there. No, that is Mitch. Okay, so Mitch is the catcher now. So Mitch Blair, who played a little bit at first base during the ball games, now moved into the catcher slot. And that's a good job with 2 strikes right there, following it off by Cahart. Greg Lutton on deck. Lutton's got an RBI tonight for Addison County. And again, he was able to keep his weight back just long enough on that breaking ball to crank it foul with 2 strikes to stay alive. So Chris Mack in his first inning of work, trying to develop a little rhythm here. Will come up inside and a little too tight for a ball. Again, if you've never been to St. Peter's Field this time of the evening, on a sunny evening, that sun's nasty for third base, shortstop, left field. Good pitch. Went up the ladder, tied him up inside, and he'll get the second out. He'll get his first strikeout. Now Lutton coming up. He had an RBI single his last time up. Prior to that, he had walked and grounded into a double play. So yeah, if they can get out of this inning, post 31, and just surrender that 1 run on the home run, they would have done quite a job here. They've had multiple runners on. Seems like the whole ball game. Talking about Addison County, the only inning I can recall is the 4th, where the first batter walked, and then Niskoski struck out the next 3 batters. That was about the easiest inning they'd had to this point. So in a 3-1 game in the top of the 6th, Mack comes to set, misses high. Yeah, I mean, getting back to things to do, the hot air, it's just taped the lights so it'll be over, but the Quechee Hot Air Balloon Festival is this weekend. That's a blast. If I could got a second, go out and see that. Get some good footage, video footage off that. By my normal job, my regular job, I got my hours reduced, got my hours cut, so I had to go out and find all kinds of filler work, which takes away a lot of time. That's lofted, and Bloomer, he'll come in, he'll go back, and he'll make the grab as he made a correction, and he had to look into the sun also, so that'll be it. He will get the 1 run on the home run. He'll strand a couple, and we'll go to the bottom of the 6th, 3-1, Addison. Jeff Bloomer, as well, looking to get things started. Bloomer was hit by a pitch in the first. He came around and scored the only run of the ball game for post 31. Then he grounded out to third base. And Corey Haight back out there. He grounded out to Ben Orvis his last time up at third base. Corey Haight with a strikeout. He had a 1-2-3 inning in his first inning of work last inning, and he had 1 strikeout, and he'll miss badly there. Now he'll go all the way to the backstop. Oh, you see those shadows coming out now, coming across old St. Peter's Field. And Haight into that big windup, and boy, he'll sail high again. Now, it was a relatively brief visit on a sitting in between innings for him, even though they had some runners on and the home run and all that. But ooh, he'll get a strike call there again below the knee for a strike. So maybe he just sat too long between innings. See if he kind of gets his rhythm back here. Then the bottom of the 6th. scheduled for 7, and there's a walk to Bloomer. So the leadoff batter on. Now Aaron Bloomer's spot will be taken by Blair. Yeah, so it is official now. Mitch Blair. This was Aaron Bloomer's spot. Then Mitch Blair came in at the catcher's position here. And, well, actually first base position. Now he's the catcher. Again, we'll see what they want to do with that base runner over at first base. Talking about Rutland. They show bunt. They'll throw down, and he'll be back safe. Oh, I had a good slide. Head first slide. It was cool to videotape. Yep. Play of the game. Orvis' home run was great, but that catch by Dorian in center field just still tops to me. Now they go back to the tag, and he'll be safe again on that pickoff attempt by Haight. Ryan Carter should be on deck. Blair up right now. Runner at first, and the third, and Bloomer. And then this is nothing offensive. I don't really consider him a oh God, what's the word I want? Well, everybody's a base stealing threat, but I don't think he's like top of the list for base stealing threat. Now see that? He's going to get to second base on a wild pitch. It could be broken concentration from 3 throws in a row or to first base. He didn't hardly have a lead on those throws over, only the first one. Well, now he can concentrate on pitching to Blair because he's got a runner at second. And they're going to come out and talk to Haight. The catcher, Butler, will make a trip out. You know, you got to check the runner back. I understand that, but you also got to kind of take into a lot of intangibles there in that. I think he got a little, just my own opinion, it means nothing. I think he got a little too wrapped up when Bloomer was at first base and picking him off or keeping him close or not letting him steal. Well, I had to wait for a second, make sure he didn't get that low strike, and he didn't. It'll be 3 balls, no strikes. See if Blair will be taking all the way here. I got a feeling he's going. I'll be watching it. And Carter on deck. And he will take it all the way, and that'll make it a 3-1 count. Let's watch the target where he's going to set up. Well, he stayed pretty much center of the plate. That's lifted. That's lifted deep. That's lifted. And off the wall. That's going to score a run, and they're going to send Blair to third base. The big guy Lumber in the third, and going to hold him up. He'll have an RBI triple. That just missed being a home run to the furthest part of the park. And now the tying run at third, and Ryan Carter up. Oh, I tell you, see, I can't see all the way over to that point because I see the window jam. I thought that thing was just so close to being gone. And that you can't hit it to much deeper portion of the field than that. So the tying run at third, Carter at the plate. And that's going to be through the hole. We're going to have a tie ball game. That's going to be an error on the shortstop, and we're going to be tied at 3. So they'll break through against Haight, and Carter put some juice on that ball. Had a heavy ball hit the short. Now I just want to look at still Cam Curler at short. So Kyle Horvath up. He's walked twice today. One of the times he walked, he forced in a run when he went to first base. Carter about 4 steps off the bag. Whoa, Horvath wanted to square the bunt and got a little chin music from Haight, and he did a beautiful pirouette like a ballerina out of the way of the ball. 3-3 in the bottom of the 6th. Tried to bunt. Kind of an awkward way he bunted, popped it up, and luckily it was out of play. It wasn't catchable. 1-1, do you keep the bunt on? Let's watch here. You gotta remember where you are in the ballgame too. In your bottom of 6, you just not that you only want to score 1 run, but with the last ups, possibly the last time up for Addison County coming up, and they're at the 6, 7, 8 spot in their order when Addison County does come up. Maybe you are playing for just the 1 run. A little small ball, get him to second. There's the throw to first, and he'll scamper back. Carter. He runs faster than you think he could, or than he's given credit for, because he's a big physical, big tough guy, big physical guy. Oh, they got to work on getting that bunt down. That's ugly bunting. I know his dad. I'll have to talk to his dad. But I say the bunt's off, but it's not automatic nowadays with 2 strikes. Hate trying to get out of this jam. Oh, and he had the bunt on, and he'll pop it up, and he'll be out on an attempted, and he just couldn't get it down. So 1 down, runner at first, Matt Merritt up. He has flied out to right field to Esty, and he has struck out. So yeah, you gotta be able to execute that bunt. Small ball. I just so big. Oh, we got a visit coming out to the mound from Addison County. What's wrong with Corey Haight, if there's anything wrong with him at all? But they made a pitching change, and Mickey O'Connor now, the 3rd pitcher of the night, in there for Addison County. So Haight had an impressive first inning of work, striking out 1, retiring a side in order, but then he gave up the 2 runs and tie game, and he can only actually, he's responsible for the runner at first, which could become the go-ahead run, possibly the winning run. A lot of possibility, a lot of what ifs. That's Carter at first. It's fouled off for a strike by Merritt. Quickly, Mickey O'Connor, if that's not a great Irish name, I don't know what is. He's up in the count 0-2. There is 1 out. Mitch Blair with the crushing blow this inning. And see O'Connor stepping off the rubber, forcing the runner to go back, retag first. Mike McMahon due up next for post 31. Yeah, and he'll have the ball get away. That'll get the runner to second, throw to first. He'll be out. That's the 2nd out, but they do get Carter over to second base. They tried to bunt him over to second, but they couldn't execute that. Yeah, now McMahon up. He's grounded out to second to Williams, and he's flied out to Este and right. So he's 0 for 2, but he's got the possibility of the, well, not the possibility, if he can get the go-ahead RBI here. As I believe we're having a pinch batter, Mike Triller, going to come up to bat. So Triller's first appearance into the ball game, and so Mike Triller stepping in there from the left side against Mickey O'Connor. So both teams going deep into their benches tonight in this non-league contest from St. Peter's Field on Munger Vision, as American Legion Baseball kicks off for yet another season being on Munger Vision. We're 3-3 in the bottom of the 6th, scheduled for 7. Go ahead run at second base and Ryan Carter. Triller at the plate, a pinch hitter, batting for McMahon. Oh, great pitch. He checked the runner back to second. He froze on his pivot from the pitching mound, stared at Carter, and then threw just a sweetest little breaking ball you ever saw. So O'Connor, a very cool customer, got 0-2 count, looking for that 3rd out and get out of this jam. Did he hold up? I think he did. Will they appeal it? No, it'll be a ball. Tough pitch. Good pitch, but a tough one to take, and he held up on it. Breaking ball, and boy, I tell you, give Triller a lot of credit for just staying back long enough, get a piece of it, and foul it off. So again, as we progress into the evening here, quite a chess match. It was almost like a playoff game. Instead of just the 2nd game of the season, they're going to throw down, and Carter will be back. He had a pretty good, at that point, he almost would have been better off to finish going to 3rd base. He was over halfway. We'll have a 2-2 count, 2 down, runner at second. 2 runs in so far in the 6th here for post 31. And that could drop in, and it's going to drop in, and will Carter be sent around for the go-ahead run? And he is going to come in, and so Triller delivers. A 2-out pinch hit, RBI single. Oh, he got the fastball out over the fat part of the plate, and he just kept his head on it and drove it straight out to center field. So 3 runs here in the 6th to give Post 31 the lead for the second time tonight. Now Nate Swan up. He's 0 for 2. He's flied out to center and struck out. Be interesting to see who Post 31 will come back with the pitch at the top of the 7th. Will they come back with Chris Mack? Runner goes, throw coming down, and he'll be safe. And he'll be more than that. He'll be able to hum into third base. Yep. So they've got an insurance run down at third base now. And Nate Swan would love to get a base hit here. Swan looks for the pitch to try. Oh, great pitch. And O'Connor will just drop it on the inside corner. Get an 0-2 count. And he went fastball outside. 1-2 the count, and Post 31 with a big 6th inning, and they did it against some good pitching. They did it against Corey Haight and then Mickey O'Connor. And that's going to get away. He's coming home. Triller's going to come in, and he's going to be safe on the ball that got past the catcher. Was high and inside, and they'll get that insurance run. 4 runs here in the 6th. They had scored in the 1st and then went 4 innings in a row being shut down. But they break through in a big way here in the in the 6th. And again, that one came in, a lot of heat on it, but came high and inside. 5-3, Rutland Post 31 with the lead. 3-2 the count. Base is clean now. Top of the order, Rob Dorian sitting on deck. This is his 7th batter to come to the plate here in the 6th. And he'll retire him, and we'll come to the top of the 7th with Post 31 a chance to get the win here on their home opener. Connor up with a chance to get on base and get this inning going. We have Triller going to left field. Aaron Bloomer, or sorry, it's Jeff Bloomer going to first base, and that pitch called a strike. Mitch Blair is the catcher, and I think that's it for changes. Mack with a chance to get the win here in relief. Like I said, third pitcher used by Rutland. First pitch he threw tonight was a home run. And this would be a sweet comeback right here to get the win. So Connor, Curler, and Teachout due up. That could change at any second, but again, down in the count, 2 balls, 1 strike. So Mack looks in, gets to sign, and big righty won't get the call at the knee, and it'll be a 3-1 count. He's in danger of putting the leadoff runner, batter on at first base, leadoff batter. Oh, that's just good stuff. He just smoked him on that one. He came around to the top. I like that. Full count now. I'd be big to get the leadoff batter out here in the 7th. And he will get him. He'll come back for a 3-1 count to strike him out. That's a good pitching job by Mack, but you got to wonder what O'Connor's thinking with 2 strikes, one right down the plate. Curler up. Cam Curler, the shortstop's whacked twice tonight and had an infield single. So it's officially 1 for 1 tonight. And I don't know, they're hustling after it. And no. Jeff Bloomer, I believe, number 11. Yeah, Jeff going after that ball. And everybody comes back into play. Merritt just getting to second base as Mack set to throw already. Oh, good pitch. Location much better this inning for Mack. It had a lot of pop on it too. 0-2 count. I'll tell you what, he got him to pop it up. I don't think it's going to be catchable. No. Nice grab over there by an Addison fan. Oh, yeah. Good job. But the sun gone now. It's gone behind the clouds. Mountain Mac overthrew that time. Went up the ladder, but just put a little extra juice on it. It was too high to chase it. And it'll be a 1-2 count to Curler. T-shot due up next for Addison County. That's going to be deep. Going to be past the shortstop. Perry, a diving attempt. Triller will pick it up, and they'll get the runner on, and that will bring the tying run to the plate now. Now, teach-out came in relief of Williams. Between the two of them, they have struck out 3 times. And so Mac going to have to work here for this win in the 7th. 5-3 the score. Addison with the tying run at the plate. Right here, I'm more worried about outs. Yep. And not helping him out. Mitch Blair closing up the 5-hole. Keeping that ball so that the runner can't move down to second. There is one down. Remember, they led this inning off with a strikeout. Mac did. And that'll be beat foul. Pulse 31, too, also tonight has, but their defense has just been tremendous tonight. They've turned 2 double plays. Great play in center field by Dorian. But they've made the play. That's sometimes your biggest obstacle. You can make the spectacular play. Maybe just once a ball game, but you've got to make the every play. I don't want to say the easy play, because there's no easy play, the routine play, the play you're expected to make. They have not shot themselves in the foot. They haven't hurt themselves defensively. They've actually, if you look at their ball game, that's been their, to me, their biggest strength has been their ball game. Their strength has been defense. Oh, great pitch. Yeah, again, that tailing away action's nasty stuff. 2-2 the count. It's Mac looking for his 2nd strikeout this inning. We're scheduled for 7. We've made it to the 7th. Oh, great pitch. Rings him up. Inside corner. 2nd out. Runner at 1st. Now Orvis up. Now Orvis, don't forget, hit a home run out from Mac. The first pitch Mac threw tonight, Orvis took it out of the yard. So this is a perfect storybook ending. Tying run at the plate is in the shape of the guy who hit the home run out from Mac. Mac's on the mound. He's 1 out away from sealing a deal here for Rutland. Great drama on Munger Vision tonight on PEGTV. And that's going to be knocked down. Ball game. Bloomer with a hot shot down to first. Will get it, step on the bag, and Post 31 is going to go to 2-0. And they beat a very formidable opponent tonight. Very good team over there in Addison County. It was the 4-run fourth. 4-run fourth that did them in. So congratulations to Post 31. Get out here, catch a ball game live. And I always watch Munger Vision on PEGTV.